Mohammed Tayeb. I'm the co-founder of Medicalchain, and I'm here to talk to you about electronic health records. So, the good thing about health records today is they exist far and wide, mostly in electronic form in developed countries. Unfortunately, though, they tend to exist in silos. So, the biggest problem is that if you're transferring between doctors or if you're in another country and you need access to your health record, it's often quite difficult to get that access, and they exist in silos. So right now, when most people here are traveling, and when you travel, you tend to take a lot of information with you, like your phone, your music, your photos, files, social media life, your calendar, your access to your bank account and emails, but your health record doesn't travel with you in most cases. Unless you're like this guy, where you can travel and take everything with you, but you need to be pretty well organized, and most people don't have that ability. And typically, your health record is, sorry, the clicker is not working here. Okay, so typically your health record is sitting with the last doctor or hospital that you've been to. At Medicalchain, we're building a blockchain platform for storage and utilization of electronic health records, and we're taking a bottom-up approach. That means we're not initially looking to partner with hospitals because we believe that's going to take a very long time, and they're often big organizations that are very difficult to mobilize. We're going directly to the patients, and we're providing them with tools to access their health record, which you have a right to, and put it on our blockchain platform. We're also providing a utilization platform immediately, which is a doctor-to-patient platform. So we want to encourage people to put their health record, to port their health record to our platform, so that then they can use our doctor-to-patient platform, and they can connect with doctors anywhere in the world and have a doctor-to-patient consultation. Now, imagine right now, if you want to see a doctor for a consultation, you typically have to make a booking. You might have to take a day off work or take your children out of school if you want to take them to the doctor. And the consultation normally, in most cases, is just a chat, and it doesn't necessarily result in a prescription. So if you can do this in the convenience of your own home, without having to take a day off work, without having to travel far, and at the same time, the doctor can do it in the evenings and weekends. They can join a platform, they can be paid for their service, and it will be cheaper than going to a clinic because they're not going to have any overheads. We have grand ambitions for the platform. So after the phase of us launching the doctor-to-patient platform, we're also looking to connect pharmacies and insurance companies, and we're also looking to build an app developer platform so that apps can connect to your health record and provide you information about your blood cholesterol levels, your heart rates, and your rhythm, and give you more information about leading a healthy lifestyle. Because your health record shouldn't just be used when you're ill. Your health record should be with you all the time, and you should always be referring to it just like you do with all the other things in your life. We've been around for a while. So about a year and a half ago, we started working on a platform called Discharge Summary. It's already being used in 3 hospitals in the UK, and we're adding on average about 1 hospital every month. We've got about 100 doctors using it. So what does Discharge Summary do? It's a pretty neat little piece of software. It allows doctors in hospitals to quickly generate documents that transfer data to GPs or to your family doctor when you're being discharged from hospital because of a surgery or long-term visit. The tool that we have built cuts the amount of time to write this software, write this document from 2 hours down to about 10 minutes. We're receiving a lot of feedback. Like I said, we've got over 100 doctors using it right now, and it's growing fast. So we're using our experience of building the software to build the next phase, which is the health records on the blockchain. We've partnered with Hyperledger and the Linux Foundation. We're building our platform on the Hyperledger blockchain. We've also got other healthcare partnerships, which we'll be announcing soon. So we're building our platforms, I mentioned, on Hyperledger Fabric. But we don't want to be the people to store your data. We don't want to store your data. We want to be the technology provider. We are partnering with non-profit healthcare organizations. Typically right now, it's going to be in North America and Europe. They will be the guardians of the nodes, and in Hyperledger it's called peers. They will be the guardians of those nodes and the ones to hold your health data. Our timeline is, right now we're starting our pre-sale. We're going to be launching our beta platform just before the ICO, around February 2018. Then we'll be doing our ICO. We want to provide a utilization factor for the token immediately. We don't want to do an ICO and wait about a year before we launch the platform. Our ICO is going to be based in Switzerland. We've hired KPMG to do our legal representation. We're going to be seeking a FINMA ruling to validate that we have a utility token, and we will be a Swiss entity by then. The token will be used for redeeming services on the platform, such as the storage factor, and also paying for access to doctors and apps. So just to recap, these are 7 reasons why you should vote for Medicalchain. Number 1, we want you to be able to take care of your health and have better access and convenience to healthcare. So this time next year, you and your family could be using Medicalchain to have better accessibility to doctors. We have a great team. We have 5 medical doctors on our team, as well as blockchain developers and members from the like known figureheads from the ICO community that are helping us out. Our team is growing all the time, and we're getting a lot of tremendous support from the community. We're developing partnerships. Right now, the partnerships that we can announce are Hyperledger and Linux Foundation, but we have other really exciting partnerships in the pipeline. Like I mentioned before, we're already using our technique. We're already in hospitals. We've got a platform that's being used in hospitals right now, and we're leveraging that knowledge and the power of connectivity to these healthcare organizations to build our next thing. So we know what we're doing. We understand healthcare pretty well. We're going to have a beta version before we do our ICO. So this is going to increase confidence in the platform and in the token before we do the ICO, so that there's an immediate utilization and a redeemable value for the token. And just to mention as well, we're giving a 50% discount to pre-sale participants because we realize there's a long time between the pre-sale and the ICO. We're getting noticed, so we have a lot of healthcare industry-based peers that are reviewing us and inviting us to speak. And the most exciting one right now is the Financial Times Digital Health Summit, where we've been invited to participate and give a speech next to Deloitte and other notable organizations. And finally, we want to be billionaires. So as Brock mentioned yesterday, I really liked his definition of billionaires, which is the power to affect billions of people and not just to make money. Now, Brock yesterday mentioned that there are 3 billion people around the world that don't have access to financial institutions or financial aid. And that's very true. And those 3 billion people also don't have access to decent healthcare. So let's take Zambia, for example. Zambia has a population of 14 million people, but they only have 1,500 registered doctors. That's 1 doctor per 9,300 people. And I've put here a comparison. In the UK, we have 1 doctor per 250 people. So with our platform, we want to have doctors in developed countries to be able to donate their time and be able to communicate with patients in underprivileged countries and jurisdictions where they can donate their time and be able to give healthcare assistance. And on the ground, you'll have nurses and lower qualified clinical staff who will be able to assist on the other side. So this is just a bit about us. I have Dr. Beati, who's my co-founder, and he's an actual doctor as well in emergency medicine. And I'm running out of time here, so please connect with us and work with us. And these are our details. And thank you for a wonderful event. Thank you.